Well, welcome back once again to Pooley Mag TV, the raw, unedited, unscripted NUFC fan channel where everybody's got an opinion and nobody's opinion's wrong. So today I'm going to bring you a little preview of what's going around NUFC news-wise. So we've had Simon Jordan again on TalkSport talking shite again. I like Simon Jordan now and then, but he's a bit like a Piers Morgan, isn't he? He's just clickbait. You know, he speaks out of both sides of his mouth to Simon Jordan, and he's still banging on about Isaac leaving in the summer. Now, he mentioned Liverpool. Now, Liverpool can't afford Isaac. And why would Isaac go to Liverpool? And why would Liverpool want Isaac when Mo Salah's just signed a new bumper deal? So that's Liverpool's summer money gone. They can't afford him. Manchester United. Away, man. Why would you go to Manchester United now? They're a sinking ship. Yes, on paper they're a bigger club, but are they a better team? No. Isaac, if he's going to be going anywhere, he'd be going to Barcelona or a Madrid. He ain't going to Manchester United. Manchester United are a spent force. Yes, they bring in loads of global economy through ticket sales and through shirt sales and all the rest of it, yada, yada, yada. But on the pitch, they aren't a match to Newcastle United. They aren't winning trophies. They're not going to win nothing. They're 100 mile away from the league. They can count Champions League out the window, you know, and why would Isaac want to go there over Newcastle? Come on. Stop talking shite, Simon Jordan. I did used to like you, but the more and more I listen to you waffle on, you know, the more and more I just think, go away. Go away, mate. He ain't going to Liverpool because they can't afford him. And Manchester United probably could afford him because they bend every rule known to man, just like Chelsea do. But he won't go there, will he? Because they're not good enough. And a bit of a preview, you know, to the Aston Villa game. Now, Aston Villa played really good against PSG on Wednesday or Tuesday, whenever it was. And they played really well. And they did play well. They beat PSG 3-2. PSG were 2-0 up and cruising, and Aston Villa could have easily took that game into extra time if it wasn't for Donnarumma making some good saves. Aston Villa have got one of the best squads in the league, and I honestly think it'll be a tough game. But it's a game that I want us to win. We've got the best midfield in Europe at the minute, I would say. I really do say that. You know, I really do believe that and all. I don't just say it for clickbait. I don't get many views anyway, so nobody's going to be clickbaiting my videos. But, you know, I'm not saying it for that. I honestly do truly believe that we've got the best midfield trio in Europe, and we've got the best midfielder in Europe in Sandro Tonali. Now, moving on to Sandro Tonali, apparently Juventus want him. Another spent force. Why would he go back to Italian football? He's been there, he's done it. If he was going to go back, he'd probably go back to Milan, wouldn't he? His boyhood club. But he's not going to go back there. Nobody in Italy can afford Sandro Tonali. Inter Milan are the best team by a country mile in Italy, and they couldn't afford Sandro Tonali. And he probably wouldn't go to Inter because he loves AC Milan. Juventus are a spent force. Now, I can see Sandro Tonali going back to Italy when he's 30-odd, you know, given the last couple of years of his career back to an Italian team. But he's 24, 25. He isn't going back to Italy, is he? If and when he does leave Newcastle United, he'll be going to a bigger and better league than Italy, and certainly a bigger and better team than Juventus. That is another one of them, you know, rumours that you just think, what a load of codswallop. What a load of rubbish. You know what I mean? Sandro Tonali, the Juventus, he ain't going to Juventus. Just like Isaac ain't going to Manchester United. But we are going to beat Aston Villa. And if we beat Aston Villa at their place, that is a massive statement of intent. Because Aston Villa are no mugs. Just like Crystal Palace were no mugs, but we absolutely brushed them aside with a magnificent 5-0 demolishing of Palace. A team that we usually struggle against, actually. The games are usually dour, they're usually boring, but that was far from boredom. We demolished them. We absolutely battered Palace. And I would love if we battered Aston Villa. We did it at home on Boxing Day. We battered them 3-0. And let's see if we can do that again today. Tomorrow. Let's see if we can do that again tomorrow. Let's see if Newcastle United can turn up at Villa Park and give them a battering. Because Villa are a good team, and Villa are on the way up, and Villa want Champions League football. But they've got to get past us first. And I don't see them getting past us. I don't see anybody stopping us this season. I really don't. We've got Arsenal and Brighton away. I'm not bothered about them too either. I really don't. Like I said in the previous video, I think Arsenal have put all their eggs in the Champions League basket, and I think we'll go there and do them, just like we did in the Carabao Cup. And Brighton, good team. Really good team, actually, but I don't fear going to Brighton, and Newcastle should not be fearing going to Brighton at all. And I know we've got Chelsea at home at some point, and Chelsea, well, they didn't miss out, and they got beat yesterday in the Conference League. Wow, Legia, was it? Legia Warsaw who they were playing? How do you get beat at home off them? You know what I mean? That is really bad, isn't it? That is terrible, actually. So Chelsea are nothing to worry about. Arsenal are nothing to worry about. Brighton are nothing to worry about. And neither are Aston Villa. Because we are the mighty Mags. And we are on our way to the Champions League. Up the tune. Keep it black and white. Keep it Pooley Mag TV. Hit like, hit share, subscribe. And over and out. Happy Easter.